Greetings, my dears, in love and light. I'm Nikki Sutton. 8 symptoms of soul fragmentation. Now, what is soul fragmentation? Well, it's a term used for when we feel like we've sort of left parts of ourselves in places. I'm not saying that your soul has been chopped up into little bits or fragments. What it is it's more of an energetic thing, that we feel like we may have left our energy in various places, that our consciousness is still somehow focused in those places, preventing us from sort of getting over things, feeling better and moving on. So soul fragmentation can occur within your present lifetime, or it could have occurred in previous lifetimes, well, and future ones affecting you now too, but that's enough to boggle your mind. But soul fragmentation can occur in previous lives where there's been some sort of trauma that's gone on and hasn't been healed, and you've left a bit of your energy there. There's something that's not been reconciled. The consciousness still needs to sort it out. Your soul still needs to sort it out. It's like unfinished business, but then you pass on and you incarnate again, and then there might be this funny feeling that you have. And I'll give you the symptoms of soul fragmentation, how to know that you might be experiencing that in a moment. So the reasons why soul fragmentation might occur is that you might have, your soul might have a strong attachment still to a place or a person. So you may have left your energy, a part of yourself, a part of your consciousness in a certain location due to something that happened with a person, and you still have a strong attachment to them, perhaps love, and your soul misses them somehow. An unpleasant event may have occurred, or an unpleasant circumstance such as a loss. Someone may have died and you didn't have healthy grief, you didn't get over it. It may have happened in a past life, or it may have happened in this lifetime. I'm saying that in our past, all the time up until now in your life, if there's been a traumatic or emotionally charged event or circumstance, you could have left a bit of your energy in that place. So not just a past life, but in your current life too. So it may have been an injury or something, that's quite a significant emotionally charged thing, or some emotional pain. For example, some kind of business failure, or if it was long ago, it may have been some medieval battle, or even war today. That could cause soul fragmentation on the battlefield. Soul fragmentation could occur due to happy events or circumstances. Perhaps in a past life or in the current one, you had a baby and you were so happy at that time that you've left a piece of your consciousness there. It still wants to go over and over and experience it again. It's like the soul is still attached there. Or it could be a deep love, or just simply good times. You really enjoyed that time in your life. Or indeed, you may have left someone or left something behind. So perhaps as a child, you left a beloved teddy bear behind, or a beloved home behind. You could feel a bit fragmented in that way, because we don't have to lose a family member or a friend to experience grief. We could lose a beloved object, especially as a child, or lose a beloved place. And so we feel like a part of ourselves remains. So here are, at last, 8 symptoms of soul fragmentation. So number 1 is that you feel incomplete somehow. So this would make sense because there's a part of you that's not been revisited. Your soul misses that part. It needs to reconcile that energy and reintegrate it into the self. May I point out that there is a remedy for this soul fragmentation, and that is soul retrieval, and I'll get onto that at the end. Number 2 is a sense of unfinished business, or an inability to let go. So again, the soul is hanging on to something. If it's unfinished business, then something is not resolved, and there's this feeling we need to go back and resolve it. Number 3 is that you feel spaced out after an event. So that significant, emotionally charged event may have happened, and then you felt spaced out for a while. And that's happening because a part of you has been sort of splintered away, shattered away. A part of your energy. It may have taken a lot of energy to go through what you went through, and that wasn't reintegrated. We leave our energy in our surroundings. Our DNA emits light, it emits photons, and we leave it all around the place, and it's still visible there for about 30 days. So we do leave parts of ourselves behind. Number 4 is that you feel spaced out now. So 3 was that you felt spaced out after that event or circumstance, but 4 is that you still feel spaced out now. A bit mind foggy, a bit like you can't concentrate. And this often occurs, that feeling of being spaced out, when your consciousness is not 100% focused in your body. It's not 100% focused in your mind. The soul is still looking elsewhere. It's still trying to sort something else out elsewhere. After soul retrieval, repairing the fragments, the concentration and presence can feel a lot better because the soul is 100% focused in you rather than looking to these places in the past for forgiveness and reconciliation. Number 5 is that we keep thinking about or longing for a person, place or event. So I already mentioned that a strong attachment to a person, place or event could indicate that you have a soul that has been fragmented a little bit. And number 6 is we are unsure where emotions are coming from. So you might experience day to day, and there may be many causes of this, but this might be one, some emotions that you're just not sure why. You might have a sense of longing, you might feel a sadness, you might feel you're missing a time gone by. There may be funny emotions that come up, but you can't recall the memories of what they were to do with. Sometimes really traumatic things happen to us and we actually block it out because the mind goes into a safety mode. It sort of leaves the body. And at that point, soul fragmentation can occur as well. So if we can't remember, we feel like there's something we can't remember, or feel that we've got emotions that are coming up, we're not sure why, it might be because our soul is fragmented and we've left a piece of our energy somewhere. Number 7 on symptoms of soul fragmentation is that you suspect your soul has been fragmented in a previous lifetime. Some people just know, some people just realise that there's a part of themselves that hasn't been reconciled from a previous lifetime, that there's something that needs healing, and they feel really drawn to some era or place, and that there's a part of themselves still there. So you just have this sense that you've left something behind, some part of yourself behind emotionally in a previous lifetime. Number 8 on symptoms of soul fragmentation is that you might experience unexplained physical illness. And this might be due to, in some past life, having a physical illness or having an injury or something traumatic and emotionally charged like that happening, and your body is repeating it today because the soul hasn't forgotten about it, and we need to go back and heal it and reintegrate that energy. So what do we do if we have a suspected soul fragmentation? Well, then soul retrieval is performed. This is where we perform hypnosis and go back to that location or place where the individual feels like they have left their energy behind, or that their soul or consciousness is still focused, looking for healing and reintegration. So using hypnosis, we lead the person back into a state where they can re-enter that time and place again. Then we are less likely in our everyday lives to experience things like unexplained negative emotions about past events and all the other symptoms of soul fragmentation I mentioned. So my next video is all about soul retrieval, so how we can fix this soul fragmentation. Now, I'm not saying you have soul fragmentation. If you have any of the symptoms I've described, then it's worth considering perhaps. And it's just a little bit more healing that we can do on our spiritual path. Now, I may point out that I have added a new soul retrieval service to my sessions that I provide online via Skype, telephone or messenger call, so I can perform hypnosis for anyone via the internet to help them with their soul retrieval. And leave me and others a comment if you feel like you have symptoms of soul fragmentation, and help support each other in the comments section. So remember to click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to receive regular spiritual inspiration on your journey through life. Like and share also, because we're raising the mass vibration together. So go now in love and peace.